Okay, so today it's fourth class for Python. So whatever we have covered till yesterday, it's Python basics totally. We have covered all the data types, especially the data structure on top of set, tuple, dictionary, list, and all. How to handle the things, and how to handle lots of methods on based on each of the data type. That thing we have learned. So I think we can have a quick exercise. I'll be just giving you a quick exercise on top of list. Uh, Rather than list, we have also learned some conditional operator. We learned how to iterate between loops and all. So those kind of stuffs that has been covered. So okay, at the end of the exercise, I'll be just giving a small. At the end of this today's session, I'll be just giving a small exercise there in WhatsApp group. So try to accomplish the same thing. Tomorrow you can connect and see the thing. I'll be just doing, then you can check your result and all. Okay. So today we are going to cover the class. Class is the one of the main steps should be covered in object-oriented programming. Okay. So class and apart from class, we'll be just importing external. It's not inbuilt in the Python interpreter itself. We can learn today how to install an external package that should be pandas. Pandas is very much helpful as a data engineering perspective. So from today onwards, the question should be kind of data engineering perspective uh, uh, from the Python learners and all. Actually, Python is a vast thing. It can be used for multiple purposes. If someone is learning image processing, they're also using Python. There are lots of packages are being used as a image processing purpose for streaming. There are lots of things are there in Python, but we'll be learning for data engineering. So for that purpose, Pandas is one of the important library or important package we'll be importing, and we'll be using their class. Pandas class and important methods. Okay. So today we'll be quickly touch pandas, and we'll be creating data frames there. Pandas data frame that we can call over there. What is data frame, and why we use data frame? Why we create data frame? That thing we'll be learning today. Okay, so those are all the topic for today. Let's get started for class. Okay, I think there's a very less person for today's session. Not sure why. Okay. Okay, the record is there. If there is any stuck point, then they can check the recording and okay, fine. So for class, we need to declare with the keyword class. Okay. Yeah, class is the same thing. It's a blueprint of a particular code snippet. And this blueprint we can instantiate in any program, any time of the program, and we can use their methods. So it's also like we can create once and use multiple times inside a program, in outside a program as well. If I incorporate this in a package, and that package can be imported in several programs. Okay, just like pandas. Okay, so what is class? Class, we can create a blueprint just like if you, I already showed to you. Suppose I'm declaring a variable p equal 8. Okay. If I'm just trying to check print type p, so the class is integer int. Okay. Similarly, I'm just creating my own class. Okay. Integer, that class is been already defined in the Python interpreter itself. Okay. It's a default class been declared there. So if I just going to declare class, suppose my new class, it's a new class. Okay, I'm doing nothing, just I'm passing. There's nothing, no comments or no execution statement, nothing. I'm just pass means just I created this. There is nothing else we need to put over here. Okay, so After that, let me call the class inside a variable. That means I'm instantiating class in a variable, or rather, I can call it an object. Okay, obj equal new. How to call the class or how to instantiating the class? The same class we need to put with open bracket, close bracket. Okay. Now let's check the data or the type of this object. Okay, so you can see a new class has been generated, just like the data type integer. So a new type has been generated, and whose blueprint is new class. Okay, so on top of this, as many object I can create on top of this blueprint, their data type or type, rather type, it should be this blueprint itself. Okay, so for integer, for character, everything is been auto defined, or it's by default defined inside the Python interpreter. I created a new class. So whatever object I'll be instantiating on that, I can say this in this way. Okay, so this is the concept of class and all. Let's create a class, I mean another class with a practical example. Yeah, that thing also I have provided in the last classes. Okay, let's create class rectangle. Okay, so while defining a rectangle, how we can define the rectangle? So that particular thing is, I mean, a particular rectangle can be consists of two things. One is length, another one is width. Okay, so those two things are the mandatory attributes to create a rectangle. Clear? I think. Oh, okay. So how to declare those attributes and all? So first of all, inside the class, the first method should be a dunder method or init method, where we will be defining the basic attributes, what those are required inside the class. Okay, so definition init attribute, it should be coming self at the beginning, but we need to declare what are the other attributes it's required. It's like length and width. I'm just declaring them as L and W. So in the init method, we just have to do this part. L, it's just like self dot L equal L. Those are all attributes. The basic attributes we have to declare in this manner only, nothing else. Okay. Okay. Just we have declared the attributes, the basic attributes over here. L, I mean length and width. Then I'm creating another, the, I mean maybe calculate area or cal area. Okay. We also need to follow proper indentation. So that this is the dunder method or init method, we can say. This is just for declaring the attributes. Then the calculation methods I'm declaring over here. This is a method. Init is a method. Inside a class, we can declare several methods. Okay. The methods we have used for string. If you can remember, a string dot uppercase or capitalize is a method. Okay. If you can remember, we have learned this thing 1 or 2 days earlier. So this particular method is already been declared inside a class. So the same thing we are doing over here. It's a user defined class, and inside the class, the first method should be always uh, I mean it's called a dunder method or init method. It should be initializing the particular attributes, and this is the initialization process. Okay, and the next method, it's for useful. I mean, let me show you. By default, self should be coming. Okay, so I'm passing the formula of area. Area equal self dot L cross self dot W. Okay, length cross width. I'll be just passing the print statement as well. The area of the rectangle is okay. Let me pass it in a F string. I think we all are aware what is F string. So while passing this method, the method will return this print statement, having this area as output. Okay, it will calculate the thing by this method and giving us this output. Let me pass the similar way the perimeter as well. So every definition or every method should be under this rectangle class. So there should be a indentation over here, and those statements are inside this definition of methods. So that should be under, I mean, there should be some indentation over here too. Okay. And the perimeter formula is 2 into 2 into length plus width. Okay. Let me pass the same thing. Peri. Okay. So I think those are sufficient. So what the blueprint of the rectangle is doing over here, it initialize the attributes, that is length and width, and creating two different methods. One is calculation of area, another one is calculation of perimeter. Now, to utilize this thing, we have to instantiate the class, okay, and we have to pass the attributes value, length and width. And after that, which method I'll be calling, maybe calculation of area, maybe calculation of perimeter, it should be giving us the output. Okay. Okay, the class thing is completed, so I can remove the indentation. I have removed. So let me just declare it. Rectangle. Let me pass some value. Let's 10, comma 6. Okay. Length and width. Now put particular calculation. Suppose cal area. Okay. Let me run it. Okay. So the area of the rectangle is 60. It's printing this statement. The same thing we can do for perimeter to check whether it's working fine or not. Or I can do multiple thing over here. Suppose so this kind of thing we can do to check whether it's working fine or not. Let me run all the things. Okay, so it will be give us the proper output in a single go. So this is the blueprint. Rectangle is the class. Okay, so we are just calling the class. Rather, you can see we are instantiating the class by this statement, and we are using a particular method. Which method is useful over here? It should be giving us this output. So that's why we are using class over here. Okay. So any doubt how to create the class and how we can use the class in our program? Anyone, any doubt till now? No doubt? Okay, fine. So, So try to learn the same thing at your own way. You can create your own class and check what the class will be doing. Actually, over there, lots of packages and classes are available. In our practical purpose, we can check from website or all as per our requirement which particular package will be helping us for this kind of stuffs to go ahead, and also we can import the same package and we can go ahead with the instantiating the classes and all. Okay. Okay. So moving ahead with the next topic. Okay, attributes and methods. So attributes means I already told you the particular things what we are declaring. This those I mean those are called attributes over here. Okay, and these are called methods which we will be calling over here. Using attributes, we have to instantiating the class. Those are the attributes as well. Okay, we are declaring the attributes over here, and we can call this thing in this way in the inside the object. And the other things, this is a method. Okay, by method we can just the thing should be dot method. That's so you can utilize the blueprints. I mean the action item what should we will be doing, that should be inside the method. Okay, so those are the all stuffs. Let's me move ahead with the next topic. Okay, now we'll be moving on with pandas. Pandas is one of the external package. So if we are using PyCharm, how to install pandas over here? Let me just remove everything. Hope everybody has learned it. Okay. Go to file, go to settings. Okay. So in the Python project, there should be Python interpreter. So in this module, just click on this plus button. If you are new PyCharm user, then click in this way. Now search it, search the particular package over here, pandas. There are various, packages are already, you just have to click on that one and try to install it over here, install package. So select pandas. Pandas is already installed. That's why its color is blue at my system. But for you, just select pandas and click on install package. Okay. So after 1 or 2 minutes, hardly 1 or 2 minutes, it will be showing you pandas has been installed successfully. Okay. So this one. There are lots of things I have installed over here. This is for my project purpose. So for after installation of the pandas, if we want to use the pandas in our program, you just have to put import pandas. Okay. We can alias it as well, just like we have whatever we have done in SQL. So import pandas as PD. Okay. So when I'll be instantiating the class inside my program, I can directly use this PD key. We do not have to put pandas over there. Okay. And one more thing, actually, I want to mention. Mm, yeah. So this kind of installation part of external package we can also do in our command prompt window in CM. Just in CMD command prompt window, you can just put pip install pandas. Okay. So that is also where we can install the package from command prompt window. We can also do from the terminal over here as well. Okay. We can also put this command over here and just enter it. Then pandas should be installed. Okay. Okay. So just over here, I'm going to run the thing over here again. Import pandas as PD. Then let me show you 2, 3 more steps. Creation of data frame from a list. Creation of data frame from dictionary. So we have learned list. We have learned dictionary. So we'll be creating data frame. Data frame is a pandas component. Okay, or rather I can say there are methods to create data frame inside pandas. So that's why we have imported pandas in our program. So what is data frame now? Data frame is kind of tabular structure data visualization over here. Let me show one thing then you can able to understand. So uh definition. Okay, let me introduce a list first. Suppose AL1, it's having a list. Uh, okay, so suppose Sudhir. Okay, I'm just putting a person's name and his age. Okay, Sudhir 40, then Ram 30, or put any other thing. Ananya 32. Okay, so I have declared three different lists, but it should be inside another list. Okay, so it says, this is a big list over here. In the inside the big list, we have each of the component. It's also having list property. Okay, so this is the concept. So this is the list I have declared over here. Now let's convert it into a data frame. Okay, so this thing actually, while doing the manipulation, data manipulation and all, so we have learned the things in SQL. How this is simple in the structural data. So suppose we want to aggregate some data, or we want to manipulate some data. So those kind of stuffs can easily be done if this is a format of tabular manner. So data frame will be just decorate the same data or organize the same data in tabular manner. Okay. So let's do that. L1 dot. Okay. Let's declare pandas. Okay. No, sorry. A variable which will be storing the data frame. So suppose V. V is a variable. So V equal. Let's instantiating this class PD. PD is pandas alias dot data frame. Okay. So I'm instantiating the class. I'm calling the particular method that is called data frame. Okay. I'm passing now the value of L1. Okay. Let's print it. Okay. Let me print the value. It's executed successfully, but I have to print the variable. Okay. I'm printing this variable. Okay. So you can see the same list. Just we have used this method and calling inside this method. I'm calling this list as an attribute, and we can see the data frame has been created in this manner. Sudhir 40, Ram 30, Ananya 32. Okay, so it's a structural one with a tabular structure. We have columns, we have rows over here. Okay, so let's do something more. Let's put columns name over here. How to do that? Columns, columns. Let's declare the column inside a list. So the first one is employee, EMP, EMP name in this way. And the second one is suppose age, employee age. Okay. Let's declare some row values as well. Okay, rows, this thing is, those are index. So those are fine as of now, but we can update those things as well with indexes. Suppose we can put employee 1, employee 2, employee 3. Okay, so the things has been updated properly. We have column name over here, employee name, age. Yeah, the row number is not a good one. The index was coming as a perfect one over there, but how to update the index? We can do this thing by this way. Okay, so the same thing we can represent in a dictionary with a different manner. So the list thing is we can pass the thing row wise. Each of the list is representing one row over here. Okay. In the dictionary, the thing should be a different the declaration of the thing. Let me just do this thing. I mean, over here, the thing should be clear to you. So I'm declaring a dictionary D1. Okay. So dictionary should be declared in this manner. Curly braces should be there. Okay. Inside the curly brace, uh, let's declare. Okay. So while declaring the dictionary, and this is, I mean, while declaring the list, we are maintaining this row wise operation. We are inserting each of the rows. Sudhir 40, Ram 30, Ananya 32. Over here, it's a column wise data insertion. We can see. So key value pair, key should be a column and values should be, datas over here, different data inside a column. So the first one I'm passing over here, employee name. Okay. I'm passing the value Sudhir, Ram, Sudhir Ram, then Ananya. So this is key, employee name is a key, and the value I'm passing inside the list. Okay, these three value. Then the next value, comma, in the it should be age as the key, and I'll be declaring the value of ages inside the list. So you have also have a quick recap how dictionary works. Okay, so it's a key value pair. Key is, we are passing as a string and value I'm passing inside a list. Okay, so the dictionary declaration is completed. I think we already just we can remind what is dictionary because we learned it. The phrase thing. I mean, it's a fresh thing for us. We have learned 1 or 2 days earlier. So let's create the dictionary. It's same. Just we need to pass D1. Okay. No need to declare these stuffs, especially columns, because column should be present as per the key value. Okay. Let me print the thing. Then we can quickly understand. Okay. Don't let me put a V1 over here. V1 because V should be representing this list and V1 should be representing the dictionary. Okay, so it's a similar thing we can see from the dictionary, the latest thing over here, this one, and we can update the thing. We have columns already. We can declare the index. Whatever the things was there, can directly put this thing. Okay, so this is called this is how a data frame can be created on top of list and dictionary. Very important thing. Now we are just going ahead with creation of structural data or tabular data from Python data type. Okay. So when we are quite accustomed how to create data frame, then we can start with taking only data frame and manipulate it in the next chapters. One more way we'll be learning today how to create data frame from CSV file. Okay, I have an external CSV file in the same server. Okay, I have the CSV file, this one, exam result. Let's open that CSV. Okay, so it should be having these columns, name, subject, age, marks, and those are different names. For each of the student, they have the subject, age, and total marks for the entire year, entire semester. I mean, there are 2 semester or there may be 5 exams in a particular class. So the total marks they have received for each of the subject. So that has been taken in an Excel sheet in CSV format. Okay, it's in CSV format. This comma delimited. The CSV file you can also edit it to just check whether it's really comma separated or not. How to check? Just right click on that and edit it. Okay, so this is the data. I just want to import this data. So how to do that? Just take it and copy as path. I just take the path of this particular, or I can directly copy this thing as well. Okay, I'm eliminating everything over here. Just import pandas as PD. Okay, let's create a data frame. Let's take it the variable as df. Okay, PD dot read underscore CSV. This is the method from pandas. Read CSV. Just pass the CSV name. Okay, it should be throwing error. I'll be telling you why. Let me print the data frame. Okay, I'm just running it. It is throwing an error. Because if you could remember, this particular character is being used while understanding the thing when we are trying to have a print operation. So I mean let the machine know that the apostrophe or any other kind of symbol we want to we don't want to execute this thing as a operator. We just want to execute this thing as it's a character of this statement. So for this thing we can use this kind of slash over there. So the same thing is appearing over here, so that's why it's not able to understand the particular path. So for the same thing we need to put another slash over here. For each of the slash in front or after that we need to mention another slash. So the first slash will understand or it will tell the second slash that the second slash is the main character to read it from there. Okay. Okay. Now it's fine. The first slash will tell the interpreter read this slash as the character over here. Don't use this kind of character as some operator or something just like this. Just take it as a character inside this thing, inside the entire string set. Okay, now it's able to read it and it's able to print my data frame in the screen. Okay, so whatever data was present in the CSV file, the same data is present over here. Now we can manipulate the data. We can take this data frame and we can manipulate the data with various data frame operation. So how to do that? That thing we'll be learning in tomorrow's session. Okay. So that's all for today. I think there is nothing. Yeah, today the course is a bit, the content is not much enough, but there is, the important topics have been covered by today. Okay. Okay, now I'll be giving you an exercise to be covered up tomorrow. So create a list. Okay, declare a list by your own. Okay, just declare a list, whatever you are declaring, and seeking an input from user, enter a number just like this. Okay. Just take a number from user and just check whether the number is even or odd. If this is even number, okay. If this is even number, then insert it within L1. Or sorry, if this is odd number, then insert it into L1. If this is even number, then insert it into L2. Okay. So this is the question. Declare two list L1 and L2. Okay. Uh, take input, take input from user, whether, I mean, take input a number from user. Okay. If the number is even, then append it in L1. If and if the number is odd, then append it in L2 list. Okay. So this is the question. Try this thing at your own. The similar kind of thing I have already covered in previous session. So maybe some of you have already have the experience on this one. I didn't prepare anyone, but this is a good exercise on top of Python data types. Whatever we have covered till yesterday. So based on that, we can do that thing. For data frames and all, we have to learn a bit. Then we can have another kind of exercise. So data frame, actually those things will be covering in our practical scenarios when we'll be onboarding in a project and all. Okay. But this is for just basic, whatever we have learned for list, dictionary, if-else statement, for different list methods and all, we can use that thing. Okay. So that's all for today. Let's connect tomorrow with the exercise as well as uh, manipulation data in data frame. Okay. Okay then. Thanks. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.